So this will be a shorter video, both because there's not much to cover in this game, and because, well, I never thought I'd cover a remake of a game that I already did. Well, actually, that's not accurate. I'm not covering a game that I've done, I'm covering 3 of them. This time around, we're looking at Mega Man: The Wily Wars, a remake of Mega Man's 1 through 3 that was put on the Sega Genesis, or Mega Drive for those of you outside of the US, back in 1994. There were quite a number of changes, most of them bug fixes, but I'm not here to cover them. Instead, I'm going to cover Wily Tower, the minigame, or at least I guess you can call it that you unlock after you play through the 3 games. I honestly would have brushed this game over if it hadn't been for that minigame, since there's nothing new here. So let's just get right into this one. When we go into Wily Tower, Wily tells us that his plans aren't done and that he's going to destroy Mega Man with his new set of Robot Masters that have been dubbed by Capcom as the Genesis Unit. Oh, how cute. The Genesis Unit consists of 3 Robot Masters: Buster Rod G, Mega Water S, and Hyperstorm H. And before you go guessing what those letters stand for, allow me to provide you with a hint. All 3 of these characters are inspired by the characters from Journey to the West, and the G in Buster Rod G might sound familiar to anyone who hasn't been living under a rock since 1984. Just saying. Anyway, these 3 are Wily's newest unit, even though he seemed to be crushed by a boulder at the end of Mega Man 3, and so we must stop them and then stop Wily. Before every stage in this game, you're given the option to choose 8 weapons from the first 3 games and 3 movement tools. The stages themselves are actually rather forgettable. I don't even remember the music in this game very well. The only thing memorable about this place is that I'm pretty sure the location in the background of Mega Water S's stage is Green Hill Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog. Hey, look at that! A Sonic the Hedgehog and Mega Man crossover nearly 20 years before Archie Comics did it. While the stages aren't memorable, the fights with the bosses actually are. Granted, they're really easy when they're each weak to like 8 weapons, but I can still recall things about them. Hyperstorm H has 2 frickin' health bars, and he likes to attack by sucking you towards him or blowing you towards the spikes, even though I'm pretty sure the spikes aren't instant death in this fight. Like I said before, Mega Water S, a Kappa, has what seems to be Green Hill Zone in the background of his stage. His boss fight is half in water and half in air, and if you go up top, he'll try to push you into the water, but if you're in the water, he'll start pelting you with shots. And Buster Rod G is pretty quick to move, and even using weaknesses on him isn't an easy fight. Once you beat all 3 of them, you move on to Wily's Fortress proper. One notable thing I will say about these levels, besides the fact that all the bosses in them are really easy, is the fact that the first 3 stages all use enemies from one of the first 3 games. Wily 1's enemies are all from the first game, Wily 2's are all from the second, and Wily 3's are all from the third. Wily 4 pits you right up against Wily's newest machine, which just gets absolutely destroyed by Thunder Beam, Hard Knuckle, and then Thunder Beam again. After you defeat Wily, he throws a bomb at Mega Man and then runs away as we see the Robot Masters of the game, including the Genesis unit. And that's about it for Wily Wars. Wow, I'm not even past 1 page on this script, and recording this only took like 3.5 minutes. Well, consider this a bonus video for the day. Now, as I was saying before these guys had interrupted me, we must move on, so join me tomorrow as we charge straight into Mega Man 4.
Your days are numbered, my friend. This time, I will do what that fool Wily could not.